Direct every shot of your dream production with Artlist Studio and create short films just like this. Cast your character from the library or generate one of your own. Create a location from scratch or drop into a ready-made world. Compose the frame with presets or dial in the exact look yourself. Then direct the action, from movement and performance to dialogue and timing. Build full scenes with consistent characters using new shot from frame. Artlist Studio gives creators and teams high-quality, consistent video with total visual control. Let's see just how intuitive it is to use. First of all, to get started with Artlist, use the link in the pinned comment or description below for 2 months free and max free credits. Okay, here is the main dashboard. We've got the panel on the left where all the action happens, and on the right is where we see our images and videos come together. Down the bottom are the compilation of all the shots we build and putting them all together. The main flow here is we're going to create the character, add a location, and then in the framing section, describe what the frame is going to look like. From there, we create the first frame that will then be used to build the scene. Once you've got that first shot in place, you can start the new shot with the last frame from the first shot and then carry on forwards, or just create a new shot from a different perspective. Once you've created all your shots, you download them individually and then edit them in your preferred video editing suite. Before you go and create anything, the first step you need to have is an idea for a scene where something happens as a beginning, middle, and end. It could be one scene or a few scenes put together. The idea for this scene is a frightened woman at a train station getting followed by someone, and as she gets on the train, she thinks she's escaped. Then at the last second, the stalker gets on the train. And then what you can do when you have an idea is go into ChatGPT, have a bit of a collaboration with it, and get it to build a bit of a story arc for you. And then from there, you can get it to create 5 or 6 shots that create that scene. So we have 6 shots here that are going to be made up to create the scene. And in this video, we're going to do scenes 2, 3, and 4. So let's go ahead with that. Let's go ahead and add a character, and there's many characters in the database here, but we can browse through. If we find something that looks like what we want, we can go for that. Otherwise, we can create a new character. I've got a prompt that ChatGPT gave me earlier for this woman in her early 30s, brunette, elegant but tense, realistic, natural beauty, dark fitted coat. And let's enhance that prompt. That's always a good thing to do. Then click generate. Great, we've got a choice of all of these looks. This one here is singing to me. Let's choose that. From here, I can make some changes to her appearance, but I'm happy with that for now. And then I can assign a voice to her, which will be carried over into every scene where she's speaking. Now, I'm not going to be using dialogue in this film, but we could choose a voice such as,
"Here's a sample of my voice."
And then we generate the angles so that whichever angle we see her appearing in the scene, it's going to be consistent across all the scenes. Okay, we've got full body shot, close up, from the side and from behind. Fantastic. We've got our voice selected, so we're going to use her in the project. Don't forget to rename your characters. And I've called this character Woman Hero. Okay, let's quickly create the other character, the stalker. Always good to enhance a prompt and send that off. Awesome, we have our stalker, we've generated the angles and even chosen a villain-like voice. So let's give him the character name of Villain. And creating a location is the same flow as creating characters. You do have a choice of all of these templates, or you can create your new location and dress it up the way we did with the characters. But we do already have an underground subway, so let's select that. But we are going to edit it to have the train already having arrived at the station. You can see we have the main wide shot, a slightly higher angle, and then an overhead angle. So I've given it a prompt that the train is already there with a few people on it. Send that off. Wow. And just like that, we have a train in the station. We go ahead and generate the angles for that. All right, we have like a reverse view of the train station. So that's all done. We have our location set. Okay, now we need to prompt the first frame of the first shot. So here we have the option of freeform description or a structured description. So with freeform, we can just describe visually what the frame looks like, and then we can enhance it later. Or you can use the structured approach to talk about each of these different things here. Now we get to describe the first frame of the first shot. Now I'm going to use the prompt I've generated in ChatGPT, and I'm going to change this to be the underground, and then the woman can be changed to the Woman Hero. She's just entered through the station doors that are positioned halfway down the platform and is mid-stride, moving quickly towards the train open doors. Still several steps away from boarding. Let's make it 8 or 9 steps, just to make sure that we see her just having entered the building, rather than have her already at the door of the train. I've found that sometimes it's good to just keep the prompt as is, and other times it's good to use the enhanced prompt feature. I want to make sure I get this first frame right, so I'm going to keep it at the prompt that I've given it. Down below you can choose what angle you like, that is low angle to high angle, overhead. Then you can choose the shot type, whether it be super tight or wide or everything in between. You can also choose the lighting to represent different times of day. You can generate different number of images. I've selected 4 because I want to be able to choose between different options to make sure this first frame is right. So we'll generate that and send it off. Okay, it's generated. Let's see which one we like best. Ooh, 2 is looking good. Okay, I like 2. We can see that she's come from this entrance and she's, say, halfway to the train. It's looking quite good. I would have liked her to be a little bit further to the left, and I could probably make an edit to this if I wanted to, but for the purpose of the video, I'll just keep it as is. So let's use that as the start frame. So now we've set the start frame. Now we can go ahead and do the directing for this shot. Once again, we have the option of freeform, which is nice if you just want to copy and paste from a prompt in ChatGPT, or you can go through and follow the actual structured direction. But I'm going to keep it at freeform for now. Okay, so we put that prompt in, the woman rushes onto the train and the villain appears at the entrance just behind her, pursuing her. Okay, we've got a warning that this might affect consistency of voice, but we're not having any dialogue here, so it shouldn't be a problem. We have set our duration to 7 seconds. For the motion, we want to have maybe like a slow push in, like a dolly in, something like that to create suspense. So let's choose dolly in. And we're going to select one video here so we're not using our credits up too quickly. Okay, so we put our prompt in, we've chosen 7 seconds, we've got a dolly in, and let's generate that and see if we can get the look that we wanted. All right, it took a few attempts, but this last one gives us exactly what we wanted. She gets on the train, she looks over her shoulder, the camera dollies in, and picks up the villain in the background as he eerily pursues her. Let's play that again. Okay, good. She gets on the train, she looks around. Where is the guy? There he is. Camera moves down. The train is still at the station. So from here, we can use that shot as our first shot. Now, the options you've got from here and the power of Artlist is that I could choose any one of these frames and start a new shot from here. So for example, I could use this frame and start a new shot from here, and it would take that frame, and let's say I wanted to cut to a close-up of the villain instead of doing that dolly. So I could use that as a close-up shot, extreme close-up, or a close-up of the villain as he approaches the train. But I want to keep this scene moving along, so I want to cut to the next shot, which is a shot of the woman walking hurriedly along the train, nervously looking over her shoulder. For this next shot, since we're actually technically inside a different location, we probably need to create a new starting frame to start the shot with. So what I'm going to do is put that prompt in for that frame. Okay, so I've pasted in the prompt, reference the underground, reference the woman. Let's see if we can generate a still frame inside the train so that it has the same look as the train in the first shot. What I've done to make sure that we get the closest matching internals of the train is I've screenshotted what the train looked like from the previous shot and use that as a reference image. So let's send that off and see how we go. Okay, perfect. We have her inside the train. The train looks the same as before. We're ready to go with our next shot. So set that as a start frame, choose directing. And now I've got a prompt where I've got a medium shot tracking her as she looks nervous, looking over her shoulder a couple of times. People on the train looking at her, what's going on? So let's paste that in. We reference the hero. Duration of 6 seconds works for this shot, so let's run that. The shot's in, let's play it out. Okay, she looks pretty nervous, looking over her shoulder a little bit, running down the train. Okay, so she starts off slow and then is running. Perhaps we could pick up the shot when we do the edit with her already moving fast. Probably just something like that. That's probably a good amount. That shot's ready to go. Now we can do the final shot in the sequence, the foot stopping the train door from closing and that villain coming in. So let's create a new shot once again. I'm going to use a reference image of the internals of the train here, and hopefully it knows what we're talking about because the woman shouldn't be in shot at all and the villain is not visible yet. When that first frame is created, we'll then use that frame to create the shot of the foot going in the door. And perfect, that's the exact shot we're looking for. We're going to get the camera to push in and reveal that foot coming in at the very last minute. You can see the details of the train remain the same, so that is great. So for the final shot in this scene, I wanted to make sure that the last part of the shot matches exactly what's in my head. So I'm actually going to generate a start frame and an end frame for this shot. So I'm going to describe another frame and use the first frame of this shot as my reference, and then put in the prompt of the villain's boot just coming into frame to stop the doors from shutting at the very last second. Perfect, that is the frame we wanted for the last shot. So we have the start frame and the end frame. Let's fill in the directing for that. Here is the prompt I've come up with. Essentially it's coming in at the last minute. So we do have a dolly in, which is represented in the wide shot to the tight shot. So it should just happen naturally. Let's send it off and hope for the best. Okay, that's in, let's check it out. And nice, okay. A bit awkward at the last moment there, but essentially this is the part that I want. And cut. Beautiful. That goes into the next shot really nicely. So that was a great example of using a start frame and an end frame to get the exact shot that you want. By having the end frame in place, it takes the guesswork away from the engine and just fills in the gaps exactly as you'd imagined. Once you've directed and generated all your shots inside Artlist Studio using your character design and location design, framing and shot controls, you can download all those videos and bring them into your preferred video editing suite. Here in the background, you can see I've pulled the sequence into Premiere Pro and started cutting it together. I also created an opening shot and a couple of closing shots to finish things off. And once you stitch it all together, you end up with a really clean cinematic sequence. Artlist Studio really is a powerful platform to create your short film or even a cinematic TV commercial. Remember to use the link in the pinned comment or description below for 2 months free and max free credits. Artlist Studio is great for directing complete scenes, but watch this video next to see how to use Seedance 2 inside Artlist to create full scenes with just one prompt. Also subscribe to the channel for more AI updates just like this. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you there.